Cheers. Happy Saturday, you guys. Coach Dwana here. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend so far with your family and friends. I wanted to jump on and share, so much good stuff. I do have a little list because I want to make sure I get to cover off on everything. And I wanted to chat with anyone who is interested in learning more about anything that I'm going to share tonight. So I think the first and most important thing, you guys, is when it comes to our mindset and having a more joyful, more uplifted mindset. This is why I called it like Saturday Night Sweetness. There's so many really cool things that we can choose to do on a daily basis to really help our mindset just be in such an uplifted, positive space versus maybe where it has been for the last month, the last 2 months, the last 5 months. So the first thing I want to share, let me take a little sip, is the book that I am reading. It is called Untamed. And I did a quick blurb about this on my stories. Literally just 8 pages in, no more than 10 pages in, and just already addicted. The concept in the first part is how a wild animal can be caged and can be raised around domestic animals and taught to do tricks and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, that wild animal is a wild animal that deserves to be uncaged and to live to its fullest potential because of the way that that animal was made. And she does a really good job of just kind of connecting that back to who we are as people and all of the things that we get into. And sometimes we bucketize or we silo ourselves into these roles because maybe this is what our mom and dad have groomed us to do, or our past relationships have groomed us for, or the groups of people that we are surrounded with. So a lot of things that could maybe just help you open up your mindset and your way of thinking could be found in this book. So I highly recommend it. If you're not a reader, like someone asked me today for a good podcast, and I don't really listen to a lot of podcasts because I love books. So if you're not a reader, maybe she has one on a podcast. I don't know. But if that is something that you're looking for, I would highly recommend this. The second one, I actually got this as a gift from the sea from another amazing mama. And what I liked about this one is the author is sharing meditations on like her youth and aging, love and marriage, peace, solitude, contentment, and takes a little vacation to the sea where you can just kind of reflect on all of that. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm looking forward to reading this one. And this game, you guys, I put this on my story. We're a big game family. We have been playing Exploding Kittens, which was a gift to our family. But if you love Slapjack or the concept of like quick card games and quick thinking games with your kids, this is a really good one. So the concept is each of the cards has a name on it. And as you play, so for instance, let's say that I'm the first one to go and my card is cheese, but I have to say taco. The next person has to lay down a card and they have to say cat, no matter what's on the card. So you have to be quick because the minute that you say, let's say my word is pizza, if I put down the card and it has a pizza and I say pizza, you have to slap that card. The last person to put their hand on the pile has to take the whole pile. They also have fun little, let me try to throw you off cards. For instance, there's a gorilla card. And if the gorilla card comes up on the pile, you have to beat your chest. And the last person to beat their chest has to take the pack of cards. Narwhal, I think that's the right word, where the little fish in the sea dude. And so you have to do a quick act on top of your head. And if you're the last one to do it. So playing with like family that is like, especially with kids my ages, we've got Santiago at 13 and then Tatiana all the way down to 8. It's very quick-witted and a lot of laughter and fun. We played this for just over an hour, and then me and my husband got into it because it's really fun to play with some healthy competition. The last bit of sweetness, you guys, to really just help you with your mindset and maybe to kind of adjust your ways of thinking about your life. And if you're struggling with something specific in life, this I hope can be helpful. I made kind of like it's like a little circle list with everything that you should be making a priority of. And the goal is when you have your list, what does that look like? So think about everything that's in like your circle. So like COVID, school, the kids going back to school. It's like everything that's going on is your circle so much bigger than you. So you'll notice there's space for me on there. There's space, but it's just in a really tiny little speck at the center of my circle. And so when I think about all of our lives and everything that we have going on in our lives, you guys, every single day. And by the way, it's almost as if the circle just gets bigger when our child tells us they have a new problem that they need our help with, or work pulls us in a whole new direction. This circle gets bigger and our circle tends to get a little bit smaller. And what happens over time is a couple things. Is we continue because we're barely hanging on. So we don't have the forethought to know that our circle is going the wrong way. We don't have the energy level to even argue. So we just continue to go with it, take on more and more and more. And then we start to get sick. We start to feel more tired. We don't have the energy to have any type of healthy, stimulating conversation with the people that we love. We are not as present with our children. Instead, the guidance, you guys, is to make your circle look like this. Everything that you want in your life, this should be all you. Knowing your kids, food, fitness, coaching, self-love, everything that I want in my circle. And this little speck right here, that little speck is the bullshit. Yeah. So I could just take a pen and just cross that out right there. This is what we should be doing every single day. And when I do videos, you guys, with making lists, this is just to help people make their circle, the circle of everything that fills their cup, the circle of everything that just helps to build them up and keep their confidence level high, keep their sense of self high, their sense of fulfillment high, the journey of life, right, a little bit more fulfilling, because you're less likely to let yourself go if this is your circle. If you're constantly filling your cup with the things that you know you should be doing, you're making yourself a priority versus the other way around, like on the first list. So I thought that that was a great way to just kind of end the Saturday night, especially for folks who, and it just exists, and it's not necessarily a bad thing if you're doing something about it, but Sunday nights are usually the times that people just start getting depressed because they have to go back to a job that they cannot stand. And over time, it's one thing if it's just a specific agenda or there's a new project you're working on and it's a really tough time to struggle. But if there is literally a job that is sucking everything out of you for the past 8, 10, 15 years, and we're still there, this is your sign, my friends, to just take a step back, make your circle, right? The 2 examples that I showed you, make your circle. What does that look like for you? What does that translate to you and to your wife or your husband and your children? Another such a powerful, this is like a slap you in the face type of thought-provoking comment, and I'm going to throw it at you guys. Would you want your child to have your job? When you think about how amazing our kids are and everything that we tell them all the time, you can do it, go out there and change the effing world, dream big, go, don't let nothing hold you back, get it, you want it, go get it. And then, oh, I gotta go back to work, let me go log in and do all this bullshit that I don't care about, but I gotta do it because I'm an adult and this is what my parents expected, and we don't. So make your circles, and if you want to share them with me, I would love to see them. Again, for those of you just jumping on, let me show you the 2 examples. The first one is, and it's kind of humbling, right? You got all this stuff. We got COVID, we got school, online school now for so many teachers and parents, everything that we've got going on, but then we're somewhere in here, and this circle tends to get smaller as life gets harder, and this tends to get bigger. And again, because we're so wrapped up in this, and we give the last of 100% of our day, we give the last 0.00 to us. How could we possibly expect to branch out and to grow through everything that we're going through when we have failed to put ourselves first? The list should instead be very much like this. And remember, do you remember that one was? That's called bullshit. So you just want to cross that one off. And you want to fill it with all this goodness right here. I hope that was helpful. I know that has helped me tremendously in managing my day-to-day, managing my time. If I don't, it's definitely not selfish, but I know there's a lot of people that struggle with that. And let's say it is selfish. If I'm not selfish, if I don't put myself first, I will end up back on the couch with my thumb in my mouth. And I won't be the wife that my husband deserves. I definitely won't be the mother that my children deserves. And the leader and the mentor and the friend that so many incredible women that I'm surrounded with deserve. And my mission, you guys, is to continue to inspire one person a day. And from a business perspective, I did share this on a video maybe a month ago. I have to ask for what I want. I want 10 people a month changing their lives in a type of way where they can submit results. They can be recognized for their accomplishments by getting their workouts in every day, changing their habits, reading a little bit more, staying connected with other women who are kind of on the same journey, and knowing that none of us are alone, right? No matter what circumstance we're in right now, we will overcome, we will get through. And I wish the same for you and your family. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching, for following my journey. Day 64, going out tomorrow, baby. Ooh, ooh. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching.